Love is one of the most powerful, mysterious forces in the human experience. From poetry to philosophy, across generations and cultures, we've tried to understand why we fall in love. What causes that irresistible pull towards certain individuals? Is it chemistry? Is it shared values? Or physical attraction? It is a journey inward into the world of projections, archetypes, and the symbolic meaning behind love. According to the Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, love has little to do with such surface traits and far more to do with the hidden architecture of the psyche. Jung believed that love is not accidental. It's not random or whimsical. While it might feel spontaneous, Jung believed that what we call chemistry is anything but accidental. Rather, when someone falls in love with you, it's because of two profound psychological reasons, both rooted in the deepest parts of the unconscious mind. It's because you awaken something inside them, something that needs to be seen, healed, or expressed. The connection is a reflection of inner longing, often invisible to both people involved. And often, they speak to us through others. On the surface, this may appear as admiration, but on a deeper level, it's resonance. That bold person reflects something the reserved individual has repressed, the desire to be emotionally liberated. You become not just attractive, you become essential to their personal evolution. The unconscious mind clings to you, not necessarily out of love, but out of a deep, unmet need. You become a mirror, a symbol, or even a catalyst, not just a person they like, but someone who triggers something long buried within them. This video explores those two reasons, as well as the underlying psychological patterns that shape romantic attraction. Love is never random. We often think of love as serendipity, a glance across the room, a spark, an unexplainable connection. Behind every deep emotional attraction lies a silent psychological structure, a hidden map built from childhood experiences, emotional wounds, suppressed desires, and unconscious images of self and other. This structure determines who we are drawn to and why. When someone falls in love with you, it isn't merely because of your appearance or personality. The power of projection. Jung called this phenomenon projection. Each of us carries within ourselves a multitude of repressed fragments, traits we deny, potentials we never developed, and parts of our identity that lie dormant in the unconscious. But these parts don't disappear. They live in the shadow of our psyche, waiting for an opportunity to resurface. For example, someone who has always been reserved and emotionally guarded may find themselves deeply attracted to someone bold, expressive, and free. This is reason number one why people fall in love with you. You represent something they lack. They see in you a trait or energy they have unconsciously longed to develop, the illusion of love. But this kind of love, rooted in projection, is fragile. It can be intoxicating at first, a euphoric sense of destiny, magic, or completeness. However, as the relationship unfolds, cracks begin to appear. Why? Because no human being can live up to a fantasy forever. When someone falls in love with their own projected needs or ideals, seeing you as the solution to their inner emptiness, they not truly seeing you. They're seeing a version of themselves reflected back at them. The moment your real self emerges, with all your contradictions, flaws, and humanity, the illusion begins to crumble. This is the danger of projection. It creates a connection based on fantasy, not reality. And when the fantasy is disrupted, the foundation of the relationship collapses. The Anima and Animus, archetypes of the psyche. Jung didn't stop at projection. He went deeper, introducing one of his most powerful ideas, the Anima and Animus archetypal images of the opposite gender that live deep within the unconscious psyche of every individual. According to Jung, every man carries an unconscious image of the feminine, and every woman carries an unconscious image of the masculine. And the moment your real personality begins to diverge from the fantasy they projected, the relationship becomes strained. You were never the archetype. They just saw you that way. Romantic connection is often a mirror reflecting back the hidden parts of ourselves. The feeling is uncanny, like you've known them forever, like it was meant to be. The attraction is overwhelming. When someone seems to embody our internal image of the ideal man or ideal woman, they are emotional blueprints shaped by childhood experiences, especially with parental figures, and reinforced by cultural symbols and myths. These are not just social roles or personal preferences. These archetypes influence who we are drawn to. This is reason number 2 why people fall in love with you. You awaken an archetype they carry within. The love feels irrational, instant, and all-consuming, not because of who you are, but because you've activated a deep emotional pattern. The people you fall in love with are rarely random. They often represent missing pieces of your own soul. You match a symbolic image that has been part of their inner world for years. But again, this love is not necessarily real. It's psychological. You are a symbol, not just a person. Jung called this process individuation, the journey of becoming whole. It challenges us to confront who we really are and what we truly need. This understanding reveals something crucial. When someone falls in love with you, you're often not the object of their love. You're the symbol of their transformation. Love, according to Jung, is never just about the other person. It's about the self. That means some people will fall in love with you because you reflect their potential. Others because you embody a wound they haven't healed. Some will be attracted to your creativity, confidence, or emotional depth, not for your sake, but because those traits are dormant within them. That is the psychological power of love. And the same is true in reverse. Your presence awakens something that was always there, but had never been fully seen. Love as a catalyst for growth. If this sounds discouraging, if it seems like we are doomed to illusion, Jung offers a powerful reframing. Projection isn't a mistake. It's a necessary step in our evolution. Falling in love, even for the wrong reasons, serves a deeper purpose. It reveals our patterns. It awakens our shadows. Every heartbreak, every euphoric connection, every painful lesson in love is a sign that the psyche is trying to evolve. People come into your life not just to love you, but to reveal you to yourself. Breaking the pattern. However, if we remain unconscious of these patterns, if we keep falling in love blindly, we risk repeating the same painful relationships over and over. We fall for the same types. We mistake fantasy for reality. We become trapped in the illusion of love instead of experiencing its transformative power. You no longer look for someone to complete you. You begin to complete yourself. No longer a desperate search for missing parts, but a mutual recognition between two complete individuals. The solution is awareness. When you begin to understand your own projections, your internal archetypes, and your emotional patterns, you become free. It's about awakening the parts of yourself that have been waiting to be seen. And from that place of wholeness, love transforms. It becomes grounded, real, liberating. The deepest love begins with the self. Carl Jung's perspective offers a radical reframe. Love is not about finding the one who fits your every desire. The next time someone falls in love with you, or you feel that intense pull toward another person, pause. Ask yourself, what part of my soul is waking up right now? What inner image have I projected onto this person? What truth about myself am I being invited to see? Love becomes not just an experience, but a lesson, a mirror, and a path to becoming whole. Final thoughts. People fall in love with you for two main reasons, according to Carl Jung. It is the journey of meeting yourself over and over again in the mirror of another's soul. 1. You represent something they lack. And the love you feel for others isn't about them. It is about the hidden parts of yourself seeking expression. 2. You awaken a powerful unconscious archetype they carry within. Because every romantic connection becomes an invitation to explore the self, to heal the past, and to move closer to inner wholeness. But ultimately, The love they feel isn't about you. It asks about what you symbolize in their inner world. Understanding this doesn't make love less beautiful. It makes it more sacred. True love, then, is not the search for another person.